History was made tonight. For the first time in Vegas Golden Knights history, we played a game in the 1980s.
This was the 80s, man. There were no helmets. It was a wild place.
Listen. I know, first game of the season, we scored 8 against the Avs, who scored 4 in that game, right? But no, completely different game. I genuinely don't know. We were up 5-1. I'm not going through every single individual goal because I don't want to be here for that long. Do you guys want to watch me go over it? You can just watch the highlight video of the game because honestly, really good first period from the Vegas Golden Knights. Are you unbelievable first period from the Vegas Golden Knights. Goal from Kolesar, a minute in, and then Haig, Barbashev, Hurdle, and Dorothea. Fantastic period, including the Hurdle one being a power play goal, a Hurdle power play goal, you know, fantastic stuff. And the goal that the Blackhawks scored, Nick Foligno, it was after Samsonov had to make 3 grade A high danger chances saves. He made 2 in a row, and then some time passed, and then he made 1 in a row, and then the next one was the rebound from Foligno that he buried. But
Told you, the 80s was a wild place.
you know, I couldn't help this thing in the back of my head that as soon as Dorothea scored that 5th goal, say, wow, this is fantastic. If we were to blow this game, haha, against the 31st best, I guess, so second worst team in the league, the 2025 Chicago Blackhawks. They come out of the gate in the second period and score, and then score again, and it's 5-3. And it's a 2-goal lead in 2025. Oh yeah, that's definitely comebackable. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, doesn't matter any of that. But, you know, thankfully, Keegan Kolesar gives us a cushion to make it 6-3, right? And that's what it felt like at first. And then the third period, Chicago scores, and they score again. Are you kidding me? It is 6-5 against the 2025 Chicago. Are we even a playoff contender? Or are we just gonna be a playoff team that gets booted in the first or second round? I genuinely do not know. And this is, I'm frustrated. I should not be this pissed about a game that we scored 7 goals in. But quite frankly, it was completely embarrassing to do this against the 31st ranked team in the league, which, yes, mind-blowing stat that the broadcast said they're ranked in the top 10 in both special teams, power play, and penalty kill. The Chicago Blackhawks. That's insane. That's incredible. Does not make me feel any better about this ridiculous game against them. Other history made tonight. Jack Eichel leads the franchise in a single season assists. He finally got 51 tonight, surpassing David Perron from that inaugural season. And Alec Martinez, 3-time Stanley Cup champion Jazz Hands Martinez, returned to the Fortress for the first time after, you know, his stint with us. So that was good. The tribute video was fantastic. Did he get a point? No. We did allow a first career goal in this game. That, you know, that's great. Ethan Del Mastro, congrats, dude. And then with 4 minutes left, which is extremely similar to last game, you know, the home team scores with about 4 minutes left and it should seal the game, right? If I was an LA fan, I feel way more confident in that game than I do as a Vegas fan in this game because who the heck knows at this point? I really should not be this mad. We won, and that's what matters at the end of the day. The only thing that's going in the record books is the 2 points we got in this game, right? And we didn't blow it. But I think, off the top of my head, most embarrassing regular season win in Vegas Golden Knight history. I said it. I feel comfortable stamping that onto this game. I don't even know what happened. Vegas tonight was a one-line team, and it wasn't Stone, Eichel, literally anybody else. It was Barbashev, which, you know, fair. Howden, Kolesar. That was the one line that did really anything offensively tonight. Without them on the ice, Vegas got caved in. Defensively, I don't really know what's going on. Our pairs, obviously we have Korzak in instead of Theodore, and there was one goal where I was like, dude, like it might not have been his fault, but he's just staring as the puck goes into the net, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And Samsonov, he's getting back-to-back starts, mostly because on Monday, Hill was supposed to get that start against LA, and he was supposed to get back-to-back starts, but he wasn't feeling good. And so the plan was to always start Samsonov on this game, and so Bruce Cassidy said, we're just gonna go with it still, and it is what it is, and the guys that were all supposed to go to the Four Nations face-off, which are the 4 that actually went to Canada, and then Petro, that are in the lineup, because we had 5, but Theodore is on not LTIR yet, but trade deadline's right around the corner, so you never know. They took a maintenance day, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But as much as I am a fan of goalies and a goalie defender, I have no idea what's going on with our goaltending. I don't know if it's the defensive collapsing in front, but like, you gotta make a save. That's the name of the game. You're literally a goaltender. You're supposed to tend the goal. You're supposed to make these saves. Steve Dangle in my head. And they're not doing that. And the Foligno one, yeah, give him that, 100%. And there was a deflection. I think that was the Kurashev one in the third. I can't remember. There were so many. We had 2 power play goals. That's insane. And you gotta think, like, Vegas was up 5-1, so obviously they're gonna get caved in after that. So he's gonna face more shots. No, Samsonov let in 5 on 23 shots on goal. If it was just this one game, it was like, yeah, that's defense. I don't know, there's not really much Samsonov could do. But the fact that that's happening like every single game, that's back-to-back games where we've allowed 5 goals apiece. It's 10 goals in the last 2 games against the Kings, sure. And the Blackhawks, we won. The victory flamingos on, we won. I just gotta breathe. I really should probably just go to sleep. But no, insane. Oh man.
It was the 80s.
And if we were the team coming back from that, I don't know why it's so different when you allow the same amount. Like, let's say, for example, we were down 5-0 to Chicago, had an abysmal first period, and roared back, got 7 goals. We took that first period, did it in the second, and then added on the 2 goals after that second period in the third. It would feel so much different, right? It would be exhilarating in a game we shouldn't have been in. But the fact that we were up 5-1 and we still won 7-5, I don't know what, it's completely deflating. I don't have confidence in our defense or goaltending, and it sucks. We're going into this next stretch where we have to face 10 of the next 11 against Eastern Conference teams who we have been terrible against so far this season. We have got to figure it out. Panthers beat the Oilers, the Oilers, and with us winning, we were able to give a little bit more distance between us in the standings, but like, I genuinely don't know. We have 4 more home games in a row in this next stretch, and so we've got to tighten up. I know we had the game against Vancouver that was good, and then before the Four Nations face-off, we had 2 back-to-back games that were good. So far this year, with the way that our defense and goaltending have been playing, I'm really scared about the playoffs. I did have a dream that Trevor Zegras was a Golden Knight, and it wasn't like, this is the main point of the dream. It was just like background knowledge, and that I thought that was cool. My favorite Anaheim Duck. That has never played for Vegas, So whatever that means, but yeah, no, I'm done. This game was exhausting, and not in the fun way. Even though we scored 7 goals and no one was noticeably injured from our team after this game. That's ridiculous. Anyway, yay, win. Victory Flamingo, Golden Knights go. Yeah, our next game, Sunday against the New Jersey Devils at Fortress. It is an earlier game. I think it's a 5 p.m. Pacific start time, so 8 p.m. my time, which is still late for me, but great. And all I really want to see is a strong defense and goaltending game performance and a win. Those are the 2 things I want. Win, like, it could be 1-0 for all I care, as long as we have the 1. I just want to see a game where we are able to play a full 60 minutes with like minimal defensive breakdowns, because back to the Chicago game, they had multiple goals that were in transition, which has been a theme for the NHL in general, but also against Vegas this year. Figure it out. That's not my job. I'm not a coach, but I am a fan of this team, and that's what I want to have happen, I also want to go 82-0-0 and win the Stanley Cup every year, but that's not realistic. So, who knows if that's even realistic for our team to have that. It should be, if we want to be playoff contenders. Anyway, tangent in my head aside, that's going to be it for Game 59's Nightly Review. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.